When knitting the heel turn of a sock, you're first going to knit however many stitches your pattern tells you to, and then you're going to do a decrease. So in my case, I need to do an SSK now. So I'm going to slip, slip, and then knit these two together through the back loops. I have a separate tutorial on this if you need extra help with it. And then I need to knit one more stitch and turn my work. Now my pattern tells me to slip one stitch, leaving this yarn in front, ready to purl, and then I'm going to purl a specific number of stitches listed in my pattern. So in my case, I'm going to need to purl 5. I then need to purl 2 together. Or another kind of decrease might be listed in your pattern. Purl 1 and turn my work again. Now my pattern tells me to slip one stitch and then knit until one stitch before the gap. So I'm just going to knit a couple of stitches and then I'll show you what that means. So if you look at your work, where we turned, there's quite an obvious gap here. And so we're just going to knit until we reach this stitch. So I've now reached one stitch before the gap. My pattern tells me to do an SSK, which is going to close up that gap. And then knit 1 before I turn again. Now for this side, my pattern tells me to slip one stitch with the yarn staying in front for purling, and then purl to one stitch before the gap. So again, you can see quite an obvious gap here. If you spread out your stitches, it will make it quite clear where the gap is. So I'm just going to purl up to there. So I've purled to one stitch before this gap, and now I'm going to purl 2 stitches together to close that up. Purl 1 more stitch and turn my work. And now your pattern will most likely tell you to keep repeating those last 2 rows for a certain number of rows, or until you run out of stitches, where you keep going further out each time you turn.